This should be a quick video. Today we're taking a look at the little card game Spicy, and you're going to have a bonus recommendation from this video after I tell you how to play. Spoiler alert, the bonus recommendation is Cockroach Poker, because essentially that's what this is. Spicy is a quick bluffing card game. If you've ever played the game Cheat, this is basically that game with a twist. You're going to deal everybody 6 cards, and then somebody is going to start the stack in the middle. So I'm going to look at my hand. You start the stack with a number 1. I have a 1 pepper, this being pepper, not this, which is also a pepper. No, that's chili. I was confused for the very first game because I didn't realize that was pepper and that wasn't pepper, even though it's a pepper. Ridiculous. But you're going to start the stack in the middle. You're going to say 1 of a suit. I'm going to say 1 pepper. Then somebody else is going to have to play on top of it. They're going to say 2 pepper. Now I can challenge that if I think they're lying. I can say, I don't think that's a 2, or I don't think that's a pepper. Or I can ignore it and I can play something else. Since I'm a sweet, honest boy, I'm going to put that down and say 3 pepper and hope that somebody challenges me. We go back and forth playing cards until somebody does challenge. So in this instance, they're going to say 4 pepper. And I'm going to say, hey, I don't think that's a 4. And then you'll reveal it. I know I'm playing against myself right now, but I'm infuriated. I'm infuriated at this result. It was a 4. It wasn't pepper, right? Because pepper is blue. This was wasabi, but it was a 4, so I lose the challenge because I said, I don't think that's a 4. I thought it might have been pepper, but I was wrong. So what happens is this player gets those 4 cards. They get the 4 cards into their little stack, they keep their hand, and then me, I have to draw 2 cards because as a penalty for being a dumb idiot, essentially. If somebody ever gets rid of their hand of cards, they're able to pick up one of these +10 cards, which serves as 10 points at the end of the game, and then they draw a new hand of cards. The game ends if somebody gets 2 of these trophies, then they win immediately, or this card is essentially mixed into the stack right away. You just hold it up, and approximately, Chili Mafia does this as well. You'd hold it up like that, and you'd say, okay, we're playing 3 to 4 players. It kind of goes in around that. So if you ever, people keep drawing, if you ever reveal that card, the World's End card, the game also ends. The third way is that if all the trophies are gone. So if you're playing with 4 players and 3 people get the trophies, they get the trophy. The incentive here is to keep on challenging the cards and be correct about how the person is lying. It doesn't matter that you know the person is lying if you can't determine how they're lying. And that's going to be the distinguishing factor of if you'll like this game or not. For me, that's what kind of infuriates me about this game, is that it comes down to this 50-50 chance, right? If I can identify that you're lying, or I identify a tell or something, but I don't know if you put a 4 or you put in pepper, I have a 50-50 chance of being successful. And if I'm unsuccessful, then you get all the cards, right? It kind of takes that premise of a bluffing game and adds that extra element to it, which you might really enjoy. You might think, oh, I like having that thing to ground myself. I like being able to survey my cards and say, okay, I've got chilies in my hand and I've got peppers in my hand, but I'm going to play this 6 wasabi because it's in the wasabi realm and I have to make it wasabi. You know, for me, it's just okay. For me, this doesn't dethrone Cockroach Poker. I think Cockroach Poker does a much better job of this thing. Cockroach Poker, if you don't know, you have a number of bugs in your hand and you pass it to someone and you say, that's a frog, that's a cockroach. And they can choose to say, yes it is, no it isn't. They can call you on the lie, or they can look at it and they can pass it to somebody else and be like, yeah, no, it's a bat. And so you get this whole round table of people changing the card, who's bluffing who. You get more information as the time goes on. You get a head-to-head battle. I find the bluffing and the potential for laughter is much higher in Cockroach Poker than with Spicy. I go, I know you're lying. They say, okay, is it a 4 or is it a pepper? I go, well, it's probably not a 4, so I'm going to say that's not a 4. And then, surprise, surprise, it is a 4. You didn't see the reveal of the 4 wasabi. You saw me deal those, right? There weren't any cuts in between there. You saw me deal. I did not know what people were adding I just happened to lose to the random chance. I mean, production-wise, this is much nicer than Cockroach Poker. I love the gold foil on the spicy cards. You know, I was really excited to get this and to try it out and to play it because I'd heard good things, and I heard good things as a replacement for Cockroach Poker, and that got me excited. But if you're looking for something along the lines of a similar bluffing game, I would recommend That's Not a Hat a lot more highly than I would recommend Spicy. You can also incorporate these Spice Must Flow cards, twice the spice, spice it up variants, where now all your 6s are 9s. Okay. This 4 one I like. Whenever you play a 4, you say, that's a 4. 4s are like super valuable cards because you then get to take the whole stack if nobody calls you on it. You get those as points. I think that's kind of fun. Anything that adds up a little bit more pressure and a little bit more stakes and more like laughter. Like when I play bluffing games, I want them to be fun, you know? And this one felt more calculated and more strategic, so to speak. And it's not that like strategic play can't be fun, but it felt like things. I felt myself slow down. I felt myself consider, okay, what's the most probable thing to bluff with right now? Do I take time so that people think I'm bluffing? It doesn't really matter if I'm bluffing because I have this pepper and I can just say, 5 pepper. I don't think it's pepper. Well, I was lying. You got that right, but you got the 50-50 shot wrong. And so I win. It's just not that exciting to me, unfortunately, because I was very excited to try it out. Ray, who I do the R&R show with on Rado's channel, she really likes this game. She enjoys it quite a bit. And so on her recommendation, I was very excited to try it. And now I can never accept a recommendation from her again. It's just how it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, these small games don't often need their own designated reviews. But for me, Cockroach Poker is a much better version of this theme. That's Not a Hat is a much better version of this style of game. And I wanted to make the review in case you had heard about Spicy. Well, it's not as good as those. In terms of filler, it's fine. If you have people who like cheat, who've grown up playing cheat, maybe this will resonate with them. But I think like any simple bluffing game will do. And this, for me, just isn't it. Which is too bad, because like, I love the gold foil on these cards. Like, I love these cards are really nice. They're really nicely made and really nicely produced. But unfortunately, for me, the game just doesn't hit at all. So I don't know what I would give this for a rating. 2, 2.5, 2, something like that out of 5. It's fine. Somebody wanted to play it. I'd say, hey, have you played Cockroach Poker? No? Okay. Well, I'll play this and we'll play that after, and you can tell me. I can see how I can't really see how people would like this more than Cockroach Poker, unfortunately. But yeah, just that random element of trying to predict the number or the suit really just didn't work for me. And I figured I'd share my thoughts. So thanks everybody for watching. My name's Chris George. I don't have a catchphrase. And I'm still so friggin' infuriated. I got PTSD looking back that you would call one thing pepper and one thing chili. Like, it's a chili pepper. Am I wrong here? There are other things that are spicy. Hot sauce, a different type of pepper, but like a jalapeno. What's something that's spicy that's blue? Pocky One Chip Challenge. The chili pepper 1.5. Get out of here. I'll see you later.